All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. In this one, I wanted to quickly share my thoughts on the whole Robert Saleh situation in yesterday's press conference. And by the way, I'll find it and I'll leave it linked down below in the description box. He basically said that not only is losing just exhausting, but that he's also taking receipts on all of the people that doubt the Jets, all of the people that mock the Jets, and that he's going to be more than happy to share them when it's all said and done. And on one hand, I actually like I like the idea. I like the mindset, the us against the world, back against the wall. Nobody's going to give us anything, so we're going to have to beat other teams down to get some respect. It kind of reminds me of the whole Detroit versus everybody thing that the Lions say and promote. From that aspect, I think it's cool, but I really think the one thing that what really everybody has in common here, the Jets, the players, the coaches, the fans, the doubters, the people that mock the team, I think the one thing that cures everything is just winning football games. I think really that's what it comes down to. The people that mock this football team are always going to be there, especially with social media and everything like that. But how do you get these guys to, essentially shut up? Winning football games. I'll say this. If it's Halloween and the Jets are a game above 500, they're playing 500 football, there's not going to be a lot of people out there making fun of this Jets team. There isn't. If the Jets didn't get destroyed, and I know the score didn't really indicate, 24-9, it wasn't that bad, but if the Jets weren't out of the game in the third quarter, there wouldn't be as many people coming down on this team. I think fans are just sick and tired of losing. Going from the end of the Todd Bowles era into the Adam Gase era into last season where, there was a lot, nobody really expected a Super Bowl championship last year. Nobody really expected an AFC East crown last year. But this season, it's like, okay, we need to take steps in the right direction. Let's stack some wins. Of course, we're only 1 week into the regular season. So much could happen, right? Let's see if Robert Saleh can right the ship here and get this thing turned around. But again, I think it just comes down to wins. Although I like the mentality, there has to be something backing it up. It can't just be all talk, words, sayings all the time. Like the positive vibes only. What else? All gas, no brake, the 60%. Like there's a lot of I feel like this regime, there's been a lot of talking from Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh, and when you talk and the results aren't there, that's what gets people frustrated. And that's when you have the people that mock the team. And it's frustrating. It's super frustrating because everybody, again, at the end of the day, just wants to win, to grow as a team. I mean, you look at the amount of talent that was added in this offseason, and then to come out in the home opener against, granted, a good Ravens team, and to look exactly the same as last season, no complimentary football, starting out of the gate and just falling right on their face. It was just embarrassing, and especially in MetLife Stadium in front of the home fans, it was just nauseating. I can't really think of a better word. I was sitting there in the sports bar and I'm like, just shaking my head. Only Jet fan in the place. I'm shaking my head at, every time the Jets are rolling out the punt team, 3, 4, 5 plays later. It just sucks. It just sucks. People want wins. We look at the other bad teams, bottom 5 teams last year, the Lions. They pushed, we talked about them before, Detroit versus everybody. They pushed the Philadelphia Eagles, a team that was in the playoffs last year, to the absolute brink, losing 38-35. I believe Jalen Hurts said after the game, that's not the same Lions team. We did not just play the same Lions team that we played last year. It's different. The Jets didn't have that situation. Who's another bad team out there? The Houston Texans, right? Technically, record-wise, the third worst team in football last season. They tied with a borderline playoff team, the Indianapolis Colts last year, or in 2021. Matt Ryan coming in the building, that's not an easy task for Lovie Smith, a brand new head coach. That's not an easy task for Davis Mills, a second-year quarterback drafted in the 3rd round, same year as Zach Wilson here. They went out, they handled their business, they tied. Unfortunately, they didn't get the win, but they tied. Who else? The Chicago Bears. They upset everybody. Everybody picked San Francisco. Kyle Shanahan, Lance, the defense, a team that was stacked, team that had tons of wins last year, had playoff success. They go into Chicago, another team that a lot of people have mocked and doubted this season, and the Bears do the unthinkable and win. They win in, in a monsoon that's arguably the type of weather that the 49ers want to play in, with the defense and being able to bully people in the trenches, running the football. The Bears beat San Francisco in their own game. Jacksonville hung in with Washington. Atlanta hung in with the Saints. The bad teams out there are keeping it close in the fourth quarter. Again, we're only 1 week into the season. But for me, although I like the mentality where it's like, you know what, I believe in my team, we're going to rally, we're going to prove people wrong, I think we just got to see it. We just got to see, like, okay, we get that, but now we got to get some wins. Halloween time, if the Jets are 500, I think that would be absolutely fantastic. It's not like it's not like the doubters out there are setting the bar extremely high. It's not like, I'm trying to think of a team. It's not like the Dallas Cowboys, where it's like, yeah, we're hoping for 11 wins. We're hoping to win that division. We're hoping for playoff success, and we're falling short every single year. It's like, no, Jets fans, like, best case scenario, are hoping for 7 wins. And we're trying to figure out if Zach Wilson is the guy and if the coaching staff is the right coaching staff to lead this team forward. That's really, it's not, these expectations aren't through the roof here. Okay, so can we hit this low bar? That's really what I feel like Jets fans want. And, like, I don't want to say I'll believe it when I see it, but that's kind of like, we're now in year 2. We now added the talent. Let's get some W's here. That's really the bottom line. So anyway, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. And as always, go Jets.